The quiet evenings on Willow Lane had always been her respite, those brief hours between the kids' bedtimes and her husband's late return from work. Each Thursday, she hosted the book club. Wine, laughter, the thin illusion of friendship stretched across living room cushions. They loved her muffins, her soft-spoken commentary on the latest bestseller. She loved their attention, even their whispers, though sometimes those whispers twisted into laughter when they thought she wasn't listening. Tonight, the house felt different. The streets outside shimmered with a heat haze, a rare, oppressive summer night. The club gathered as usual, 4 women, polished and bored, sipping chilled Pinot, not knowing their hostess watched them carefully, feeling every slight, every dismissive smile. Over the weeks, their careless words had festered, their betrayal, real or imagined, had become vivid as bruises. They didn't expect the gas leak. It was a little thing, the smell faint underneath the candied air freshener, then the sharp pop in the kitchen. The flames leapt greedily, darkness twisting as smoke caught desperate breath. Screams, confusion. She watched them scramble for the door she'd quietly locked earlier, for windows that refused to budge. Smoke painted her world pale gray. She listened, heart steady, as their voices shrank to nothing. Afterwards, she stared at her own reflection, eyes wide in the flicker of emergency lights. The house was clean, she would say. She hadn't noticed the leak. How could she? It must have been the man she'd glimpsed creeping around her backyard last week, the one who left muddy boot prints across her patio, the one she told everyone about, hoping for concern, the one they'd laughed off. The fire chief believed her, so did the police, despite everything. Her trembling hands, the quaver in her voice, the raw, convincing fear. She described the stalker's face with trembling precision, letting the horror crawl from her tongue into the dim-lit living room, where she sat for their endless questions, while willow branches scraped accusingly at the windows. The neighborhood sent casseroles and cards. Her husband drew closer. She became real to them in her grief, tragic and fragile, enshrined as a victim, not a monster. But when the police installed a camera out front to catch the stalker returning, she glimpsed herself on the small monitor late one night, standing eerily still beside the mailbox, staring back at her own house, waiting. And though the room was empty but for her, the television glitched, and somewhere just beyond the darkness pressed against the window, a shape watched and waited too, now real, now present, as it always had been, conjured from the stories we tell ourselves until they come home to stay.